Welcome to part 2 of my declutter series. Today I'm going to be tackling cheek products. So that is bronzer, blush, highlight and cheek palettes are all going to be in this video. Now this video, not to spoil it too much, but I did so well. I did a lot better than I originally thought I would be doing. So pat on the back for me there. If you love declutters, if you love makeup, if you love bright, fun color, definitely subscribe to this YouTube channel. I do it every single day. I upload daily, not just for Vlogmas, but for the whole year. And I've been so excited to continue that journey into 2025. Definitely turn on notifications because tomorrow is going to be my eyeshadow declutter. Oh my god, are we all excited? I am. I have 2 parts to the eyeshadow declutter and also a lip declutter coming very, very soon as well. Little disclaimer, I'm not going to ship out any of these products to my subscribers. They are all going to go to good homes. I'm going to dish them out between friends and family and then donate what I can. I don't like sending used makeup to people. You don't know what's in them. You know, I just don't really want to do that. And shipping is quite expensive as well. If you like this eye look, stay tuned. It is going to be a get ready with me very, very soon. But without further ado, you've waited long enough. Let's get into the cheek declutter. Declutter video number 2. Here we go. So today I'm going to be jumping into blush, bronzers, highlights and face palettes as well. So this might be a long one. Grab a drink, grab a snack. I'm going to do them in each section. So I'm going to start with bronzer, then blush, then highlight. So I'm just going to jump straight into it because I'm excited and also really, really nervous. Okay, these are all of my bronzers. So not too much, question mark, like not awful, but I think we can make a cut or 2. I don't know if this is going to be like an insane declutter where I get rid of like all of my makeup. It's probably not going to be that. I just like doing declutters every year just to keep things fresh. So I'm going to start with this one. So this is the Essence Blush Crush. This was sent to me by Marley and I really, really like this. It's a really nice, slightly shimmery bronzery shade. It is marketed as a blush. However, this as a bronzer is so nice. It gives some life to the skin. I do have very dry skin, so having a slightly shimmery bronzer is really, really nice. So I'm going to keep that. I am going to try and swatch everything as well. I'm going to get my makeup wipes out because I feel like we're going to be needing them. Next is my kind bronzer. I did get this in a glossy box. And do you see this like waffle pan? I think we can finish this. I really, really do. I think we can finish this at some point. If it wasn't for these waffle pans, would I be keeping it? Probably not gonna lie. But the thought of finishing this makes me so excited. You can see it's slightly cooler toned than the other bronzer, and this one is matte as well, so it doesn't have that shimmer running through it. Still love it though. It is a really, really nice product, but I think I can finish it and I'm really excited, so I'm going to keep that. Next, look at this packaging. Like, how stunning is that? This is from BEAUTYBAY and this is the Streaming Light Magic Mirror Ripple Powder Blush. Oh my gosh, and it is in the shade 106. And this is a lot more cool tone. This is almost like a contour rather than a bronzer, but I'm going to swatch it for you. I got this from Sea Beauty Mall, and as you can see, that's a very different undertone. Very, very cool tone. I really, really like it though. It's something a little bit different, so I'm going to keep that. Here we go. PS Bronze Whip. I have said multiple times in multiple different videos, I'm getting rid of all my cream products. This is a cream bronzer. There's a hair in it. Nice. That is what it looks like. It's definitely a lot more warm tone than my others, but I cannot do cream products anymore. I've been lying to myself for years, saying that I'm gonna fall in love with cream products eventually, and even though I don't really like them now, like one day I'll really like them, it's not happening. It's not happening, so I'm getting rid of it. Finally, it's going. All of my cream products are going. I'm so excited. I can breathe a sigh of relief, I feel like. That felt really good. This is my Ofra Format bronzer. This is going to be my Pan That Palette bronzer for 2025. It is holding on with some duct tape right now. So this also has a bit of a shimmer and a sheen in it. It is slightly darker than some of the other tones, but definitely very, very warm. I really do like this. I'm really excited to finish this in the coming year. And you can see the rings on it as well, which make me so excited. I love when you can see the rings on things. I'm excited to finish this. Is it my all-time favorite bronzer? No, but I'm gonna finish it soon, so I'm really excited. This is like a new fave for this year. This is the Mitchell Bronze Pod. I really like this. Again, it's got a slight shimmer in it, which I really like for my dry skin. You can see that there. It's very similar to the Ofra one, actually. It's slightly lighter though. I love using a big fluffy brush and just dusting this on the perimeter of my face. Really, really like this. I have a love-hate relationship with Mitchell products, but this bronzer, really nice. I tend to get along with his powder products a lot better than his cream products, which I mean, no one's surprised because I don't like cream products at the best of times. Next is my Nabla bronzer. This is in the shade Dune. I should say this is in the shade Almond Mom. So if you are my shade, that is the shade that works for me. This was sent to me by my friend Marley as part of our mystery makeup swap, and I know she loves this bronzer. This is definitely more of a buildable formula, but you can see there it's very, very good for my skin tone. It's not got a sheen in it. It is very matte, and I have really, really liked playing with it. I've really liked using it, and I'm excited to try it some more as well. We're definitely seeing a theme here. Like, yeah. Bronzer is like my least favorite cheek product because we can see a theme, definitely. Next, I have my Fenty bronzer. This is in the shade Caramel Cutie, and I have used this to death. I use this so much. The Fenty Beauty logo is completely gone, and I'm gonna keep using it. This is a matte bronzer, and as you can see, it's a little bit warmer than the rest of my bronzers. You can definitely see more of a yellow undertone in this one, but I really, really like it. I think this is meant for more medium skin tones, but I mean, I really like a bronzed look, and this bronzer makes me happy. I really, really enjoy it. Gonna keep that. Next bronzer up, we have my Anastasia Beverly Hills bronzer in the shade Tawny. This is so old. Should I be keeping it? Probably not, but am I going to? Yes. This is more rose toned than the rest of the bronzers. I think you can see that there. Maybe not actually. Maybe it's kind of, it is a little bit more rosy than the others. I really like this, and there is a massive dip in this, so I really think I can hit pan in this at some point. I've loved this for so long. Yes, it's old, but it's not breaking me out or anything like that, so I'm gonna keep using it. That's how I like to go about things. Yes, if it's old, definitely kind of be wary of it, but I mean, it's not breaking me out, so it's fine. It's fine. The formula hasn't changed. It doesn't smell. It's fine. I'm excited to keep using it and hopefully hit pan on it soon. Next, this took the world by storm this year. This is the NYX Buttermelt Bronzer, and I have the shade Buttercup. This I was a little bit scared about because it is light. I mean, look at that. Let me swatch this in comparison to everything else. I think that's one of the lightest shades that I have swatched on my arm. However, I really, really like it. I can smell it from here. It is so nice, and it does have a slight sheen in it. I'm hoping you can see that there, which again, for my dry skin is amazing. I really like it. I was nervous because Sarah Rose bought this and she did not like it as a bronzer, and she has to use it as a blush. However, it works really well for me as a bronzer. So maybe it's because I have more yellow undertones. It's pulling a little bit more yellow on me. Maybe Sarah Rose has more kind of rosy pink undertones, so it pulls more pink on her. But for me, this is a really, really nice shade. It's not a super bronze in your face kind of look, But I like it anyway. It's nice, so I'm keeping that. Next, here we go. It's a cream product. Who is surprised at this outcome? Not me. I'm going to be decluttering this. This is the Shall We Waterproof Concealer. And I tried this in a few videos. I'm even scared to swatch it. This was sent to me as a free gift with purchase. And I mean, you can just see how hard this is to blend out. I find this with most cream and liquid products. I just don't like how much work it takes to blend it out. I'd rather just use a powder. But that is what that one looks like. Very, very dark, very difficult for me to use. It is a liquid, which is not my favorite formula. This is gonna go. Bye-bye. Next, my Kevyn Aucoin Neo Bronzer. Could I declutter this? Yes, probably. Will I? No, because I do quite like it. I think I did buy this year as well, and I mean, I like it. It's not my absolute favorite thing in the world, but I still think it's nice. I still use it, and I don't really want to declutter it. It's got a nice ombre here. This is more of a shimmery side, so if you're wanting a bit more of a shimmery look, you can dip into here, and then there's a darker side here. It's Kevyn Aucoin. Would I repurchase it? No. I did get it for a steal in TK Maxx, so I'm gonna keep it. And then finally, my favorite bronzer. I think this might be my favorite bronzer of all time. This is the Kiko Unexpected Paradise bronzer. It is stunning. I mean, just look at this. How can you say that that is not stunning? This isn't as dark as the others. Considering I really like a deep bronzer, this is quite light, but it does build up really, really nicely. And of course, I'm keeping that. So this round wasn't the best. We have kept 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 single bronzers, and we have decluttered 2. Is it the most amazing thing in the world? No. However, I feel so good now that these are out of my collection. They can go. And now let's pop these back. Okay, this is my new little bronzer drawer. I'm happy with it. It's not too overwhelming. Yeah, I think we've done well there. Okay, let's move on to blush. So we've got one that cannot fit in my blush drawer right now, and that is something I do not want. I want all my blushes to fit in the compartment, so that is my goal today. Just wiped off my bronzer swatches to the best of my ability. Right, let's go. I'm going to start with Luminoso, I think. Milani Luminoso is a classic, and this will be my Pan That Face Palette blush for 2025. I am so excited to hopefully finish this. Blushes are notoriously difficult to finish, but you can see it is such a beautiful peachy shade. It's got a slight shimmer in it. I love this so much. I'm so excited to use it and to love it and to get it some love. It has been so neglected in the past few years. It used to be domed, but you can see there's barely any product left in here, so hopefully it won't take too long. But I always say that. I always say like, yeah, I don't think it'll take that long to finish. Shocker, it always does. So this is staying. Love that. Now, this cream. Remember what we said about creams? It's gonna go. This is my Fenty Daiquiri Dip cream blush, and again, there's a hair in it. How nice. So I've always known I don't like the formula of this because it's a cream. However, I've been keeping hold of it because of the color. Now, let me find something to compare it with. Oh, straight off the bat, it was the first one I tried. This is Odens Luminous Heat, and I want to swatch this next to, I mean, look at that. If I build it up a bit, that's the same thing. Like, is it identical? No. But would you notice on the cheeks? No. So I am so happy that Odens sent this over because I've been clinging on to this for dear life because it's so unique in my makeup collection. But now I have this. So this is going to stay, this is going to go. I don't need to be pining over this color anymore because I have the exact same color right here. So something that I saw someone do, which I think I'm going to do myself, is put all of their blushes into like color categories so that you can break it down a little bit easier. So that's what I'm going to do now. Okay, so I've kind of got things sorted. I've kind of got brights here, peaches here, and then more mauvey tones here, if that kind of makes sense. That's a peach, so that kind of goes there as well. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to start with the mauves, I think, because I feel like I've got the most mauves. So let's just close these ones. And I'm going to focus on these. So these are my mauvey blushes, and I actually have quite a lot. I didn't think I had this many. Straight off the gate, I know I'm going to keep this. This is my Kiko Unexpected Paradise. The packaging is a little bit beaten, but you can see this is quite different to these other tones. This is slightly more yellowy. It has almost like a yellow undertone to it, and it is so unique in my collection. I love it so much. So that is what that one looks like. I think it's gorgeous. So that is definitely staying. I want to keep this one from Odens Eye. This is the shade Pink Bloom. This was sent to me. It is quite sentimental and I really like it. I think it's really cute. That is what that one looks like there. I love their matte blush formula and I'm excited to try more of them. I'm so grateful. Obviously, PR has got a little bit of a sentimental place in my heart. So, I mean, I'm so excited to give that a go. I love that shade. What else? This one is the only one with a bit of a sheen in it. So let me swatch that one. That is what that one looks like there. A little bit warmer than the other shade. This is the shade Sunset Passion from Milani. So I think I'm going to keep that one because it does have that slight sheen in it. Now we have these three. A part of me wants to declutter this shade because I feel like these two are quite similar. Let me just swatch them in comparison to each other. Okay, look at that. They are so similar. I'm going to swatch them on this side of my hand. Yeah, I don't need all three of those. They are pretty identical. I'd say these two are the most similar. This is She Glam Seduction. I mean, it's really pretty, but I mean, look at them. It is identical to this Essence blush in the shade Deep Rose. They're the same. I don't need both of them, so I'm sorry, but the She Glam is gonna go. And I'm gonna keep both of these. So let's swatch these on my arm. So that is the Essence. And that is the Colourpop. Colourpop is actually not looking so hot. It's kind of drying out a little bit, I feel. But I don't really want to get rid of it because it's a really nice colour and it's really, really cute. I'm going to have to try that with a brush and use it properly. But these two are the two mauvey tones. I'm really, really happy with these. I think if I use this and it's not working well, it will be going. So I don't know. That's really sad. I don't want to say that, but I don't know. It is very similar to this Essence one. So do I realistically need to keep both? No. But I mean, it is so cute. Like, look, how do I get rid of that? So I'm going to keep both of those for now. I'm glad I got rid of the She Glam one. It just wasn't worth keeping all three. So these two are my two almost like grungy blushes, and this is a cream. However, I am going to keep it. I know I said I'm getting rid of all my creams, but this is so cool. I don't want to swatch it properly because I don't want to ruin it. This looks like really black and scary in the pan, but swatched out, it makes a really nice mauve shade. And I've only just got this, so I want to keep using it and I want to keep getting to know it a little bit. And then this one I am going to keep because this is the remaining shades of my Modern Renaissance palette. Oh, well, that's swatched well. Here we go. That is definitely a more almost like mulberry kind of shade. So I am going to keep that because I would like to finish that because, as I said, it's my remaining Modern Renaissance shades and I don't think Modern Renaissance is officially done until that's done. All right, peaches. These are my peachy blushes. I do really like all of these. However, I feel like the only reason I'm reaching for this is because of this orange. I think this orange is so unique. I have nothing like this. So if it wasn't for this orange, I think this one would be going, but I just need to swatch this. Like, look at that. Oh my gosh, that is so unique and it's so cool. Do I ever get the desire to reach for an orange blush? No. But what if I did? What if I did? That is what I'm thinking right now. It is so vibrant and beautiful. I think I have to keep this just for that. I know, I'm sorry, that's so annoying. MAC Peaches, it is so boring, but it is not going anywhere. I can't. This is like a classic shade. That is it swatched there. I've got to keep it. I know, I'm sorry. I've got to keep that one. And I want to swatch these two next to each other. These are both from Lottie London. And I feel like I don't need, I'm not even in frame. I feel like I don't need both of these. They are so similar. This mini one is the shade Haze and this big one is the shade Red Hot. So that is Haze. And then that is Red Hot. I might get rid of Haze because it is quite similar to these other shades here. And it's really flimsy packaging as well. I'm going to get rid of that. I'm going to keep Red Hot. It is a slightly pinkier version of these reds. So if I want a red, but I'm not like wanting a true red, more of like a pinky red, I can pick this one. So I'm going to keep that one, get rid of the other Lottie London. All right, so now we have brights. Here we go. I guess this one isn't really bright. So let's start with this. This is the shade Lilac Mist from Odens Eye. This is definitely more pink. Oh, wow. You know what? That is very similar to the Lottie London shade. So maybe I can get rid of this one as well. I might do that. They're very similar. Yeah, I'm going to do it. I'm going to get rid of the other Lottie London. Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, that feels so bad, but I think I'm going to do it. That is so similar. I don't need both. I barely ever wear these like pink shades, so one is enough. Okay, this is so fun. Do I ever wear a bright fuchsia pink blush? No. But what if I want one? What if I want one? So I'm going to keep this because I think it's just really fun. Like, realistically, will I ever wear it? Maybe every now and then, maybe like twice in a year. But I just think it's really fun. I want to keep it. I was sent it in PR. I'm so grateful. So I'm going to keep that. Now, these two. Dearie me. I've spoken about these two in the past and I don't like them. Oh, I'm so sorry. So these are two shimmery blushes from Odens Eye. I've tried them in videos. So the brighter one is Glow Powder, and then this peachier one is Solar Eclipse. I feel like when you use them on the cheeks, they just lose their pigment, and you just get almost like glitter on the cheek, and you don't really get this payoff. So I've ummed and ahed about this. Like, this was the reason why I was putting off these declutters, these two. I'm gonna get rid of them. I know, I feel awful. I love Odens Eye so much. However, these two blushes, I don't really gel with. So, they're gonna go. Oh my gosh, they're gonna go. I was umming and ahhing because the collector's mentality, like I had the whole collection and I was like, what if I need to like compare things, or what if I need to da-da-da-da-da? But I'm never gonna use them. I don't really like that formula of them. So they're gonna go. They're gonna go. And finally, my Fenty duo in Sangria Sunset and Mimosa Sunrise. I am, of course, keeping this. How fun is that? And now I look at that and look at this. It's an orange blush that I was keeping this for. So maybe this can go now. I think it can. That's gonna go. That was ruthless. But you know what? I've got an orange blush. I never use orange blush, so why do I need two of them? I'm proud of myself of that. That was very ruthless in my opinion. So let's have a look at the keeps versus declutters. Okay, so this feels so weird. This is it. This is all the blushes that I have. It was like packed up to the end here, but if we count this as 2, I'm keeping 14 single blushes, and that is it. And I'm getting rid of, if I count this as 4, because there's 4 in here, I'm getting rid of 10. I'm getting rid of 10 blushes, you guys. That's so scary. But you know what? This looks so nice. This is nice. It's not overcrowded. I've managed to fit my other blush in here. You know what? I feel happy. So one last look at these swatches. They're beautiful, but they're gonna go because now I have to do highlight. I actually can't believe that blush drawer. That is actually a little bit scary to me, but this is all the highlights that I have. Again, we have overflows, so we're gonna have to make some cuts. Now, I have thought, and I don't know if this is my little OCD brain, but because if we put the blush ones here, I now only have 2 of each Odens Eye blushes. So I'm gonna have to get rid of 1 from each of these collections. That's my little goal, I think. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm a little bit scared. There's a lot of things in here that I love. So let's start with Cookie, which is the one here. This is a classic. I love this one so much. I do have a pan on it, and I don't know if I can swatch it with these nails, but look at that. Are you kidding me? This is a really nice champagne, so blinding. I'm definitely keeping that. Next is from Go-Go Tales, and this is from Sea Beauty Mall. This is a really nice one. I don't know if you can see there. It's kind of like Colourpop Ritz, where it doesn't have a base pigment, but it's got a really nice, almost semi-glittery reflect. This can be really nice as a highlight or as an eyeshadow. I don't normally like glittery highlighters, but the glitters in this are just really, really fine, to the point where it's not like too much, if that makes sense. It's just a really nice wash of glittery bits. So I'm going to keep that one as well. I love that. Next, we have the Catrice Space Glam Hollow Highlight. And this is a bright pink reflect. I think this is so much fun. This was sent to me by Marley. Hopefully you can see that there. Now, I do have a yellow undertone, so it does clash a tiny bit. But you know what? Who cares? Makeup's all about having fun, and so I'm going to keep this as well. Next, this, I can't even open, oh, I said I can't even open this. I opened it. This is gonna go. This is a Franken. It looks kind of muddy and disgusting. This is a Franken of my remaining shades from my Anastasia Beverly Hills Aurora Glow Kit, highlight kit. I don't know. If you were there when I panned that, that was my first ever Pan That Face palette. And this, I don't want it. I don't want it anymore. I spent like a year panning that palette, and then I Frankened these into here thinking I was going to finish it, and I just don't want to do it. So that's going. Next is this. This is so cute. This is from Color Rose, and it is the Water Ripple Highlight. And I mean, look at that. That is insane. I don't want to touch it because it is so pretty. This is very yellow, but I mean, just look at that. It is stunning. Like, the packaging is stunning. The product is stunning. Everything about this is stunning. I'm going to keep that. It is quite a mushy formula, so it's a little bit difficult to use, but I mean, it's gorgeous. Next is something that I am definitely going to keep, but this is my Kimchi Pearl Gone Wild. I've been using this a lot recently. This is a blue to purple. You can tell I like my colourful highlights, apparently. Look at all of this. I love blue. Blue is my happy color, and this is just insane. Like, this is truly, like, I'm drooling. I wanted this for the longest time, and finally I got my hands on it, and I can't stop using it. I love blue. This was one of those products I didn't know how much I was going to use it, and now I have it, I can't stop using it. I use it as an eyeshadow as well. It is so stunning. Love it. Next, this is my SheGlam Glow Globe highlight. So I'm kind of gonna declutter this, but I'm just kind of going to move it into my eyeshadow drawer because this is very glittery again. It's like really intense glitter, but it has the most beautiful mix of blue and orange sparkle in it. So I love using this as an eyeshadow topper more than a highlighter. So I think it's just going to do a lot better in my single eyeshadow drawer. So I'm going to move that. So technically I'm decluttering it from my highlight collection, but it's just moving. So, you know, I'm going to pop that in a different pile. Next, we have my Makeup Obsession Mega Lightning. This is an intense, blinding white highlight. Like, look at that. This is definitely a dupe for Glazed Donut, and I love it so much. It is so intense. It can almost get a bit too intense, but this is so good. I think it is discontinued now, but it was £4. Such a good product from the drugstore. Really amazing. Okay, here we go. I've not made any secret about my opinions on this. This is Ofra Moonstone. I hate this with a burning passion. It's just like nothing. You put it on the cheeks, you can't see anything. It doesn't have any reflect, and it just kind of looks chalky. So this is 100% gonna go. I have rinsed this to filth on my channel, and I don't have the time for it anymore. It's gonna go. I'm not happy. So yeah, that is my second highlight declutter. Now, these. Oh, I'm scared. Now, there is one that is way too dark for me. Oh, it's this one. It's the first one that I picked up. This is the shade Light Glory, and this is like a bronzer shade for me. It is just way, 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 way too dark. That is what it looks like. I mean, it is stunning. And a lot of people were saying I could use it as a eyeshadow. I could, but I have so many already. And I mean, this highlight formula, you can see just in comparison with all the rest, it is so intense and glittery. It is pretty much like an indie eyeshadow, and it can get just a bit too much. It is stunning, but I cannot use this. Like, it is so dark. So I'm gonna pass that one along, which means these two are safe because of my little 2 product rule. So this pink one is the shade Star Legend. And at first I was really confused about how to use these because, I mean, like I said, you can see that it is intense. However, I've figured out a way that I actually like to use these. So I'm going to swatch this one next to it. This is Moon Tears, and this is probably my favorite one. This is like a blue to brown. So pretty. So I've discovered if I put down like a clear, like glow from within kind of formula, a bit like Cookie, and then use this almost as a topper shade, that's how I like to use them. Just very, very lightly as a topper, just to add some like something a little bit different and a little bit more intense. That's how I like to use these. So I'm going to be keeping these 2. So now one of these is going to have to go, and I love all of these. So I'm really, really, dreading this. So all of these are stunning. Like, all of them are beautiful. Let's swatch this one. This is Dim Glow, and it is, I mean, look at that. It is like a green. Look at that. So pretty. These white ones are from the Eternal Twilight collection, and I mean, they're just beautiful. So I really like that one. This is a blue one, which I love. This is Subtle Radiance, and I mean, it's blue, so you know me. It's almost like an icy kind of clear blue. So, I mean, that's pretty safe as well. And then this is Gentle Firefly, and this is more of a pink. And I think I'm gonna say goodbye to that pink one just because I do have this other pinky shade and it is slightly dark for me. So if you can see that on the reflect there, it's got a very dark base. So I'm going to get rid of that one. But I just want to preface, I'm so grateful to Odens Eye for sending me these things. It is not because I hate them and they're awful. They are really, really nice. They're just not my style, and then my little OCD brain as well. So I'm glad about that. I think that's a good choice. They do look very similar, so yeah, I'm glad. I'm getting rid of the end too. I think that's a good mix of colours that I'm keeping. Okie dokie, we have 4 more highlights. So let's jump into it. Let's do this one first. I don't think this is going anywhere. This is the Sleek Solstice Equinox, and this is, again, you can definitely see the difference between those two. This is so blinding, but it looks so washed out compared to the Odens Eye ones. This is really pretty. It's one that I use very, very regularly. It's a very nice everyday kind of shade. Love that. So I'm going to keep my Sleek. Next we have Nabla, and this again was sent to me by Marley. I'm so, so grateful. I love this one. This is in the shade Ozone, and that is very similar to the Sleek actually, but just really, really nice. Really like that. So I'm keeping that. Now, this Revolution one, it's got Nala on it. Can I declutter this? Let me swatch it. It's so pink, and I don't have a pink undertone. I think it's gonna have to go. Oh, I don't want it to go. I really don't want to get rid of it, but it might have to be. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. Oh my gosh. I love The Lion King so much, and that really hurt me. I can't even lie. Oof. Wow. I don't know. That might be sneaking back into my collection, but for now, it's gonna go. And then finally, this is the highlight that I will be panning as part of my Pan That Face palette next year. I'm running out of room. This is the one and only Glazed Donut. Look at her. She's stunning. She's definitely staying. So I feel like that was a really, really good round. Let me count up and also clean out this little drawer. Okay, so I'm keeping 13 highlighters, which for me is not many at all. I'm a little bit scared of that, and I'm getting rid of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, kind of 6. That's amazing for me. I'm so happy with that. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. So these are what my little drawers are looking like right now. I feel like I can see everything. I feel like I can, oh, look at this. I can actually see what I own, which is nice. Let's do face palettes and then we're done. Alrighty, so these are my face palettes. I'm gonna pop them up here as usual. And now we're gonna go for it. So this, I'm in 2 minds about this. I need to actually look at this makeup wipe already. I mean, look at all these beautiful swatches. They're gonna go though. My arm's gonna be shimmery from those highlights, but we're gonna have to just live with that. So this is my Revolution Chocolate Contour Duo. Now I love this bronzer, but I hate this highlight with a burning passion. So a part of me is thinking, I think I'm going to do this. Oh my goodness. I'm going to keep the bronzer. I'm going to depot this highlight. And then I'm going to pop this highlight in there. Because this is a highlight that I've been working on in my Pan That Face palette this year. This is my Zoeva Cocoa Blend face palette. So that's what I'm gonna do. I hate this so much. It is so dense. There's barely any payoff. Like, look at that. There's like nothing there. This is under studio lights as well. Like, please bear in mind. So any shimmer is amplified by tenfold. It's just not good. I don't like it. This bronzer is beautiful. This is so pigmented. Love that bronzer. So what I'm gonna do is declutter this highlight. So everyone remember +1 highlight in the declutter pile because I'll probably forget. I'll edit this back and I know I'll forget. But this highlight is going to go in there I'm going to declutter this, keep this. So technically one highlight decluttered there. My Pan That Face palettes. Look at these. So what I'm going to do, this was my plan all along. I was planning on finishing this highlighter, but obviously we didn't quite get there. So we're going to depot this into the Revolution Compact, and then we're going to put these two blushes just in one compact. So I'm going to be getting rid of, it's just the packaging that I'm going to get rid of, because technically I'm going to keep all three of the products, but I mean, I'm going to be happy about that. I'm going to have to do a big repressing session at the end of this year, but I'm happy about that. So these are going to stay, but technically one packaging is going to go. This is my Anastasia Beverly Hills Italian Summer Face Palette. This was in the running to be Pan That Face Palette this year, and I actually was going to do it. I was very, very close to just doing it, and I didn't. So that is what that one looks like swatched. It is so pretty. This highlight is not original to this palette. The original highlight in this is awful. The original highlight is like chunky and like dense and just not good at all. But this is a Revolution highlight that I really, really like. So yeah, I was gonna pan this. I think it's a really nice Pan That Face palette. I still think it would be an amazing Pan That Face palette. However, this year it did lose out to my singles. I'm gonna focus on my singles. I've not focused on single cheek products in forever. So this year, well, technically next year is going to be the year. This is my Lion King bronzer palette. I cannot get rid of this. It's the Lion King. We all know I love the Lion King a bit too much. This is going to stay. I'm not even going to lie. Like, half of these shades I can't even use, but I cannot get rid of it. It's staying. This blush palette is going to go. I know. This was in the running to be Pan That Face palette as well. I was gonna franken two shades in here, but I'm just never gonna use it. I'm never gonna use it. I decluttered these two shades because I didn't like them, and I've never reached for these. I've probably owned this palette for about 3 years, and I've probably used these like twice. I'm just not reaching for it. It's gonna go. Wow, that was brutal. Okay. This Carez Bronze and Glow palette. A part of me was going to get rid of this as well, but I don't think I can just yet. These are really, really nice shades. And again, this was in the running to be Pan That Face palette, but it did not win. The bronzer in here is really light. Like, this doesn't really show up on my skin. So I think if this was going to be Pan That Face palette, I'd have to replace the bronzer, or at least just like add in a separate bronzer, because this is not working for my skin tone. It's something that I don't really get about this palette is this highlight is quite dark. Like, you can see on the edge there, it's got a really dark reflect, but this bronzer is so light that it won't even work for me. So whose skin tone is this made for? I don't really know. The blush is so nice though. I really like the blush. This might be a declutter next year, but I think right now I'm just not quite ready to get rid of it. My NARS Exposed Cheek Palette. I love this thing so much. This again was in the running to be Pan That Face palette. I've hit pan on this middle bronzer. I think I can finish it at some point. I really like this palette. I'm going to be keeping this. I lusted after this for years and I finally got my hands on it, so I'm going to keep that. This is my NARS, what is this? High Profile. I'm going to get rid of this. It's barely been used, as you can see. I'm not going to swatch it, but I'm going to try and sell it maybe on Depop, or I don't know. I don't think it even has been. Oh, I think it's been used like once. But other than that, no, it's not been used. So I'm going to get rid of this, try and get some money for it. And then finally, my Technic Blush Palette. Oh, I don't know. I think I'm going to keep it. I think I'm going to keep this one just because it's a really nice drugstore palette and it's really, really good quality. So you can see those shades there. They're really, really nice, really vibrant. Yeah, I'll keep that. So we have kept 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 face palette, or 7.5 face palettes. And we have got rid of 2. I think that's okay. You know what? I'm not mad at that. So let me count out how many individual blush, bronzers and highlights that we've got rid of, because I'm excited. Okay, we've got rid of 7 highlights. Oh my god, you guys, we have got rid of 15 blushes, which is bananas. That is crazy. I'm so happy about that. And then a total of 2 bronzers. So 15 blushes. I'm so excited. I'm so proud of myself. Oh my god, this was such a good declutter. I'm so excited. I'm just like on a high right now. Woo! Hopefully I won't miss these too much. Hopefully this won't be a thing of like, oh, I'll just like sneakily put them back in my collection. It might happen. If it does, it does. I'm not going to be too hard on myself, but I'm so happy. Look at all of these things that we got rid of today. So excited. If you enjoyed this video, definitely like and subscribe. This was an amazing one. This was so much better than I thought I would do. Did I do better than you thought I'd do? I'm really proud of myself, and definitely stay tuned for the eyeshadow declutter coming tomorrow. But this is it. This is where I'm gonna love you and leave you today, guys. Have an incredible day, and I will see you tomorrow for a brand new video. Bye bye.